Well, then put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Cool Showman. I just learned 90 seconds ago there's no band. Never assume. Look what happens. Wow, what a silent start to the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cool Showman, or welcome to it. Some first-timers out there, huh? All right. Oh, my goodness. It's so crazy how different it is when there isn't a 100-decibel drummer playing right over there. You really soak in the absence of noise. Thank you for coming out to Cool Showman. What a pleasure it is to return to Commonwealth Sanctuary, easily one of the top 10 comedy clubs within walking distance to Hooters of Newport. Great place to be. Happy to be here. I love Commonwealth Sanctuary, and sure, the power of Christ wasn't strong enough to keep this place in business. But let me tell you something. I am certain that bad Instagram stand-up reels are going to keep these seats filled for an eternity. You're here tonight to prove it. Thank you so much for coming out, spending your Friday night with us. Ghostface Killah is performing down the street. I'm guessing most of you didn't know that. So welcome to the show. There are no refunds. You've made a commitment. For those of you who haven't come to Cool Showman before, basically it's a very traditional, down-the-middle talk show. It's just a good time, nothing weird happens, and we start out with a classic monologue. We might even do that right now. Here we go. Two astronauts, the spacemen, still stuck at the International Space Station for 14 days and counting due to problems with their Boeing Starliner aircraft. Ooh, Boeing. Experts from Boeing are working to get the astronauts $40 vouchers for the nearest $200 hotel. Some travelers in the crowd. And Boeing's legal team is working to find the person that alerted the press so that they can instantly shoot them in the head. Sick world we're living in. All right. Give it up for the band. They're working hard tonight. Thank you so much. Tesla has recalled the Cybertruck for the 4th time already due to trim pieces that fall off while driving and failing windshield wiper motors. Says the worst owners of the Cybertruck, yeah, the windshield wipers are pretty critical with all the loose trim we're plowing through. Hey! I don't live. Elon Musk. 93! Elon Musk, speaking of Tesla, what? Elon Musk, he just welcomed his 12th child into the world this week. Jesus Christ, yes, the miracle of life. Just pro Elon Musk. The child's mother is his own company, Neuralink Corporation's Director of Special Projects. Her name's Siobhan Zillis. Siobhan is excited to debut her newest special product, another baby dork to freak everyone out. Can't even defend itself. Dumbass baby. Oh my God. In lighter news, Doritos has announced a new shakeable season for their customers in both classic and Cool Ranch flavors. Customers are reportedly thrilled they no longer need to chop up the chips with a razor blade and credit card before snorting them with rolled up Taco Bell wrappers. This windshield wiper's working. Call back. All right. Sad news. Shifty Shellshock, singer of Crazy Town, but tongue-tied. He's dead. Lyrical master of the hit single Butterfly passed away this week from undisclosed reasons. Millions of fans around the world have joined together in the mourning, collectively asking, why God, why couldn't this have been Machine Gun Kelly? Megan Fox is too good for him. They're divorced. It's sad. Fuck you. No, I won't do that again. But seriously, if anyone wants to fight, anytime. Speaking of fighting, Russian platinum. It's the last one. We got to carry the momentum. Russian President Vladimir Putin and North Korea's Kim Jong-un signed a deal earlier this week to provide mutual aid if either country is attacked. A spokesperson from the National Security Council said, "This should concern any country that cares about maintaining peace and stability." Meanwhile, TikTok has declared this bromance the official start of Psycho Boy Summer. Speaking of Psycho Boy Summer, let's start the show. Hit it! Give it up for the band. Give it up for the band. Give it up for, I guess, a solo act this week. Cool Dan the Piano Man. Dan. How we feeling this week? You enjoying the summer?
You crazy.
I know I am. How about that heat wave, huh? You liking it?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you something. I feel like I can't really hear you, Dan.
That's funny, man. That's funny, man. That's funny, man. That's funny, man.
It is funny. What do you say we start the show?
Go on now.
Okay. Welcome back to the show, everyone. We're excited to have fun here. We've got exciting news. Big news this week. We'd like to announce the return of the Cool Cannon. All right. Back from the shop. We actually had it on loan to Lizzo. She's out on tour. They needed to blast her with that between sets so she didn't overheat. I'd like to announce that I really went out on a limb with that joke, so appreciate you guys sticking with me. Also, big news. We'd like to update the Shows Without Crying list. Proud to announce we have made it to a firm 3 with an asterisk. Of course, no help on last episode. The asterisk did come from our good friend Zach Wycuff. Let's see how that went.
Can't do nothing! Can't keep a disco open more than 3 weeks! Grand opening, grand closing! Can't keep a disco opening more than 3 weeks!
It's so fucking funny! I didn't realize
Guys, we got another cry. All right, here we go. Okay.
Imagine if you all laughed like that. I'd be crying for a third reason. Also exciting news, we are officially confirmed to be back here July 26th and August 23rd. Wow, huge round of applause. Big news, 2 reasons. I have a reason to continue living. Wink. Psych. Also, psych to all of that. I'll keep living. And also, the good folks here at Commonwealth Sanctuary have dared to invite us back. So let's give it up for them one time. And since you're clapping, why don't we go ahead and get ready to bring our first guest to stage. I mean, I did say all the words right. It just didn't feel like it, you know what I'm saying? Our first guest tonight is a nationally touring stand-up comedian and writer. His album, Think Fast, has been streamed over 1 million times on Pandora, and his new special, The Dad Jokes, is available on Dry Bar. The number of jokes this man has written is only exceeded by his amount of New York Knicks merchandise he owns and could likely be wearing. Yeah. Deep inside joke. Coming to the stage now to make his Cool Showman debut and slam dunk on your sense of humor, it's Mark Chalifoux, everyone. Get him up here. Come on up here. Grab a seat right here. Settle in real nice and close. Welcome to the show, Mark. First timer, Thanks for coming out. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here. This is now my favorite show.
Hell yeah.
It was the only show I've seen Zach Wyckoff made somebody laugh on, so that's cool.
God is thanks. God is
This show's magical.
We're up here bending minds and fabricating reality. It's a lot of fun. Now, Mark, thank you for coming on. I've seen you around for years. We talked a bit.
Yeah.
You know, here and there a little bit. I feel like we never really broed down.
Yeah.
You know, we never really got to know each other. Chop it up a little bit. What do you say we take this opportunity now and we just kind of dive on it?
I think that's important. Yeah.
That's good. Community is good in our culture. What's up, John? All right. Now let's just have a totally normal conversation here. Mark, in addition to performing stand-up comedy, I have all my conversations off note cards. In addition to performing stand-up comedy all over, you're also an accomplished writer for multiple outlets. Now, which do you prefer between the two mediums, typing or talking?
I think talking's a lot easier than typing.
You'd be surprised. What appeals to you most about each? I just screenshotted his website because I was running low on time to make the graphics.
It's a pretty good website, though. We can all agree on that.
It made the show, so it's got to be good for something.
What was the question? I already forgot the question.
Do you like stand-up or writing more?
Oh, stand-up is way more fun. You get the feedback right away from people, and sometimes that's not great, but...
Sometimes.
Did you just boo?
Who wants to fight? All right, John, you're on. Oh, my goodness. All right, I guess we're pretty well caught up.
We've been putting that off for years.
I know. I always needed a reason to break the ice, and I feel like we finally found our time. What led you to pursue both of these things? Why not something else, like managing a pumpkin patch or selling handguns on the dark web? What led you to this lifestyle that you're in?
There's too many kids at pumpkin patches. You can't be around all those kids. Nobody wants that out of their life.
Not with my background. You know, I feel like we're both men of few words.
That's what you want out of a talk show. All three of us are really bringing the heat.
I don't. Dan, would you ever run a pumpkin patch?
She.
Pumpkin patches are ripoffs. That's the only thing that appeals about it to me. Like, I think that's the only nice part about it. Because I've taken my kids to pumpkin patches, and you know, like they usually have like the corn maze, right? And so you send them in there, and then they find their way out after like 5 minutes. It's a ripoff. I wanted them to be gone for days, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. That's why I like to just drop my kids off at abandoned prisons. I just give them a flashlight with no batteries. I tell them to figure it out. Now, as you actually mentioned here, you are a father, and I've seen your comedy. Many of us have. It's great, but a lot of it does focus on, as your dry bar special title would say, dad jokes. That's a factual statement,
Yes.
and no one needs to corroborate it. You're kind of following in the footsteps of a lot of famous dad comedians. I was wondering, who of the biggest dad comics? Who do you sort of draw inspiration from the most?
I mean, I think all three are fantastic performers. You know,
No one can refute that.
they've all made their mark on society in different ways.
Big time.
I don't know that I have the staying power of Bill Cosby. That's my...
You know what's crazy is no matter how much people want it, he just won't die. I don't know anyone that doesn't want that to happen.
I mean, to be fair, like the guy is the ultimate underdog story, you know? Like
He is
has
now.
overcome a rape conviction, got out of prison, and is touring again. Like he overcame the odds, that guy.
It's cool, and he does that with what seems to be one human living eyeball still. Why did that have to be an extra layer? That was like, God was like, all right, we're not going to punish you for anything, but we are going to give you this.
Yeah, you can get away with a lot, but you can't have two working eyes.
No, not in today's society. Man,
I guess, I am more handsome than all of them, right? We can agree on that.
I think we can all agree on that.
Nothing, just dead silence. Just everyone, yeah, Woody Allen is a real handsome fellow.
Well, he is aging like a fine wine.
Yeah.
I think the older he gets, the more people like him, and the more appealing he is to look at. But you have gone out there. You're out there. You're living with your family, and then you're talking about it on stage.
Yes.
And the people are liking it. And I mean, you wrote the dad jokes. Would you consider yourself, let's say you're creating your electronic press kit in 2024. Real deep inside joke. So deep, no one got it. But let's say you're out there, someone says, I need 2 words to describe you. Do you think comedy dad seems appropriate? Is that what you've been leading with?
No, I would not like... Comedy dad actually kind of sucks as a promo.
Okay.
I named my special The Dad Jokes because I did not care about the special all that much, and I thought that would be... It was mostly about my kids, and I thought for that demographic, it's a Mormon Netflix, basically, that streaming network. So I was like, oh, they're going to like this dumb bullshit. And then every comedy club I've headlined since uses that as like the way to promote me. And that's, on the website it says, dad jokes, and everyone knows that sucks, and then nobody comes to the shows. So I regret it.
Well, Mark, I have very good news. Because in addition to running an incredibly successful live talk show once a month at the beautiful Commonwealth Sanctuary, in addition to several day jobs, I have a passion that I haven't revealed to many people. And that's branding live entertainment. And I have a few ideas. I have a little bit of a slide deck here. I'm not sure if you're ready for a little bit of an elevator pitch out of the elevator. But I have some ideas here, maybe some concepts that could help you with this issue so that you could rebrand and sort of get the right look for yourself out there. So right now, everyone's seeing you. They're saying, Mark Chalifoux, comedy dad. What if we tweaked it a little bit? What if we went with comedy papa? We give you some Biggie Smalls garb. You go up there, do a little bit of a Brooklyn accent. Nothing too offensive. And then before you know it, you kind of got a whole new thing going.
Yeah, I could sell a few more tickets that way.
That might work.
I don't know where I can buy that, but... Can you send me a link?
Yeah, I did steal that from the internet, so I'll go through my browser history and see if I can get that. Or, if you don't want to go shopping and you just want to change up your look at it a little bit, what if you went from comedy dad to comedy poppy? Okay? You take 2 weeks. You take 2 weeks to just let it come out a little bit, and then you come in real thin. Specifically pencil thin.
I don't know if I can pull that off in 2 weeks. You might have to give me more time.
The thing is that if I had 2 years, I still couldn't do it, so I'm going to need you to lead the charge on this. All right.
What I don't like about it is you're trying to make me appeal to a demographic that also doesn't buy tickets. So they're not selling out comedy. Well, how many do you see here?
Like that. Let me tell you something. What if we got away from that? This is something that you could actually go into. I don't mean specifically go away from that. Anyone could go or come from anywhere. Especially at this show, which is remarkably full relative to other times, and I thank you for your time. How about you just kind of let age factor in, you become comedy people. A couple bigger sweaters.
Yeah.
A nice furry hat. Before you know it, you're out there, you're getting the old crowd. The old crowd is bringing their kids. They're bringing their kids. Now you're not selling one ticket, you're selling the whole damn family.
Yeah.
Then all you have to do, go up there, talk about how weed is stronger than it used to be. And how when you got shipped off to Korea, no one was eating ass.
Maybe a few stories about how the Roku confuses me too.
Yeah. I think this could be the whole thing, man. Maybe you move into the animated world. Comedy Popeye. Yeah. You selling branded cans of spinach at the door.
Yeah, that would be fun. I love selling branded things. So I could go cans of spinach.
I think there's a lot of good options here. And then the final thing, and this is kind of spitballing here, but, mass appeal, I think this might be good. No one hates puppies so much. Maybe Mark Chalifoux comedy puppy. All right.
So do I have to become a furry for that? Am I wearing a costume?
I was thinking something like Mars Attacks. It's a movie from 1996, which to me is humorous, but you guys really fucked me on this. I'm gonna be honest. I spent a lot of time in Microsoft PowerPoint perfectly photoshopping this image.
How many puppies did you go through before selling this guy?
Frankly, it was the top row of puppies. Not where I spent my time.
That's why your branding agency is the best.
I know.
You don't waste time on puppies.
Exactly. See, you get it. Yeah, this did go how I thought it would. I wanted to just take them. You know what? Let's just take it. Dan, how's the show so far?
Good.
All right. Oh, there's more. Okay. Now, Mark, in addition to being the comedy puppy, in addition to being the comedy in general, you're also a big fan of sports.
Big sports guy.
Big sports guy, not only a sports fan, also a sports writer.
Yes. Well, when I made my website, yeah.
When you made your website. And as we know, when it's on the internet, it's true. Look at the comedy puppy, it wouldn't lie. Do you guys all hate this? I feel like ever since Comedy Puppy went up, everyone's just like...
I feel like they want the Cosby picture back up more than the puppy.
It's coming.
Give us Woody Allen again.
Yeah. I would say probably every single person in the universe agrees that the greatest interface of both sports and comedy in the last 20 years had to be the Netflix roast of Tom Brady.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, did you see the program?
I did. What I liked about it too is I had a show in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, the next day, and we sold 6 tickets. Hold on, there was 96 for the show. It's not like we only sold 6, but Nikki Glazer crushed it so hard that 6 women came from more than an hour away because they just thought stand-up comedy was cool, and then they were like, "Man, it is cool. We love this comedy puppy. It's a good time." So,
people are warming up to Comedy Puppy. Take it. If given the choice, would you have preferred to write or perform on the Tom Brady roast?
I would have performed on it because writing is dumb.
Writing is dumb.
All right, name one person that wrote on the roast. See, they can't, but they can all name people that performed on it. Tom Brady performed on it.
Tom Brady performed on it. All of the good football players performed on it, and they went up there and they made 2,000 gay jokes, and we all went, ha ha ha, start to finish. I found it to be a great program.
Did you watch all of it?
I did watch all of it. It was hard. It took me 3 times, but I did get to the end.
Okay, I did lie. I watched like 60 seconds of it, but it was all on Twitter.
It's pretty much all you needed. I really wish I had figured out a way to transition. Nope, psych. All right. Mark, the reason I bring up sports is that you're not only a fan of sports writing, but you are a fan of sports betting.
This is true.
This is true. In fact, one of our most involved conversations recently, you told me that you had lost a certain amount of money gambling on sports last year.
Yes.
Do you happen to recall that number, and would you be willing to share it with this audience of fine strangers right here?
My guess, it was $40,000.
And your winnings?
$38,000.
That's a success, right?
It's still...
Come on.
I only lost $2,000.
and you made tons of memories. Now,
that money I lost is going to the schools that my kids go to, so it works out. It's like I'm paying for private school, kind of.
that's true. Now, a lot of people bet on sports. A whole bunch. None in here. Good for you.
Just a bunch of dorks, all right.
Shit, I'm very excited.
Me too. A lot of people bet on sports. You know what people don't bet on? Live comedy. I feel like no one's ever gambling on comedy, and I feel like with your knowledge of both the sports book and comedy, maybe you can help me crunch some numbers here, because I'm trying to put together some prop bets, if that's the right word.
That's the right word?
All right.
You got it.
I had some ideas here. I wanted to put a few bets out there, and I'll be collecting money after the show, and I'll be breaking legs next week. Like I said, not only am I a branding ambassador, but also I'm an illegal gambling outlet runner. So I was thinking maybe a good bet would be like, all right, Matt Rife sold 600,000 tickets in 2 days after announcing his tour last year. And I think all of us feel good about that.
Yeah. One of comedy's greats.
It's true. Of that 600,000 people, what percentage for our gambling ring do you think will ever see Matt Rife or any comedy again after experiencing that show?
I think the over-under would have to be 585,000.
These are the numbers I want.
And I'm taking the other.
I keep feeling like he's gonna die soon, but I don't know why.
I think it's going to be cool, though, how he dies. It's not going to be sad.
It's gonna be something sick, like he tried to jump a four-wheeler over like a river or something.
Yeah, some sort of jet ski accident. It's not going to be like a Bob Saget hotel room thing. You know? Like, it's going to be way more fun.
No, this candle burns fast and bright.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got numbers for Matt Rife. Let's see here. Trying to put some numbers on this here. The Kill Tony Show, hosted by Tony Hinchcliffe, is traveling to New York City's Madison Square Garden this August. I looked online, front row center seats. Okay. I made one mistake the entire night. Take your victory. Let's move on. Front row center seats are selling for $3,047. Yes. What are the odds that someone spending $3,000 to see Tony Hinchcliffe spew hate speech is a good person?
Those are not good odds.
They're not good.
Plus 800 is my guess.
Mark it down.
Might not mean anything to anyone here, but yeah, that's not a good person. I don't even know who can afford. It's probably Joe Rogan buying that ticket.
I would guess. Speaking of Joe Rogan, of the two, this is just this is 50-50, easy bet. Who is more likely to die first? Tom Segura from crashing one of his supercars, or Bert Kreischer from a heart attack that he live streams to sell tickets to his own memorial service?
Not only is it Bert, but those odds are like minus 400. Like, you're not going to make anything.
It's pretty easy.
Bert might die before the end of this show.
Me too. JK, I'm going to live forever, and so is our next guest. What do you say we bring him up to the stage? Huh? Tomorrow night, you can see this man hosting his own show on this very stage. The show is called Garrett Titlebaum's The Greatest Comedian in the World. And now let's bring the greatest next guest in the world to the stage. It's Garrett Titlebaum, everybody. All right. Keep it going for Garrett. Welcome to the show, Garrett. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Garrett, tomorrow night,
Yeah.
it's all going down. You've got 3 comedians, big reveal, including myself. Competing for the title. There's a lot of words. Competing for the title of greatest comedian in the world on the show. My question to you, could the stakes be any higher?
No, this is a big deal.
I am pissing my pants.
Nervous?
No, just because I need something to do. I'm terrified. Now, what inspired the show? Where'd you get the concept?
You know, I like making my friends do funny things on the spot. I'm no different than you. I just wanted to create a world of competition. And sometimes comedy's about who's the best monologue writer, who's the best at crowd work, who can handle being heckled. There's lots of skills you need. So Corinne is our 2-time defending champion. And so we've got Connor Twele and Giles Chickering tomorrow competing to take her down.
It's
Good luck is right.
you got
Garrett, did you make this?
I made the game show.
Oh, who made the graphic?
It was all right, here's the deal. This is a 13-inch screen. This is a 200-inch screen. It looks different on this.
Does it not look good behind me?
I just wanted to know who had the oldest headshot here, because Chris Seymour does not look like that anymore.
Well, I've certainly grown some hair.
Yeah, you've grown some, you've definitely put on some hair.
No, that's what
You put on some hair. Wayne doesn't look as rich as he does in that photo. He's a lot less rich now.
My hair is half the length of that. And I look just as sane now as I do then. It's good.
How old is your picture?
That's at least 2 years old. That is
2
2
years.
years of hair length.
Okay. Garrett?
That's 21, late 21, so 3 years.
Yeah, you guys better update these headshots.
Stash is true.
That's right, it's steady, baby. It's not my first mustache, you know.
Dan, you ever grown a mustache?
Nah.
That's funny. Now, I've been watching and enjoying the show. I've been coming out to him. Not only does the show...
I thought you were talking about your show.
No.
He's been watching and enjoying this.
I'm on a different planet right now.
Gotcha. Yes, you have come to the first couple.
Yeah. I've been out there, I've been watching it, and I've been enjoying it. And I've noticed not only does it highlight, the abilities of these comedians to be funny, think on their feet and crack wise, but the show has also, in its subtext, done an incredible job at highlighting the sensitivities and neuroticism of local comedians.
It's probably fair.
Was that a guffaw in the crowd? Like, I didn't call them pieces of shit. Come out to the show. Watch it happen to me.
The best of the best competing.
It's good stuff.
High quality folk.
Now, was all of this emotional dynamic predicted and intended, or is it just an exciting extra thing added to the show?
Just an exciting extra thing.
It's good. It's a little edge, and I like to stay on the edge. You can see that right now. I'm so tense, my spine could just shatter like glass. What did I do? I'm sorry. What did I do to you people? I invited you out and showed you a good time. Better come out here tomorrow. I did mention Corinne Turnbow is the reigning champion. How are myself and Connor Twele to even stand a chance? What can we do?
Well, it's a competition. We award points. If you sweet talk Wayne and Chris, maybe they could throw some extra points your way.
Can I throw out a theory here for how you can beat her?
Please do.
Put him up first. He can do her jokes. There it is.
Well, that is one of the-
steal her act.
There is a component of the show. You can clone the competition. If you do somebody's joke, then they can't use it in their type 5,
So
which is
maybe-
the finals.
Have Connor do her jokes because he'll do them poorly and then she can't, and then you win by default.
Are you allowed to clone yourself? Because I am interested in a Fight Club Tyler Durden situation.
Yeah, you want to Tyler Durden yourself.
What I want to do is come up here and kind of punch myself into a blackout and then just sort of see where the comments go. Is that a good strategy for the show? Oh man, I feel like my brain could just liquefy and come out of my mouth right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Garrett, we're excited for the show tomorrow. Let's talk about you a little bit. Let's get into it.
Hey!
Now, in
Nice.
addition to running your game show and doing stand-up yourself, you happen to be romantically involved with one of the premier local comedians.
Sure.
Who are you looking at in this photo? Why are you?
He's looking at his bright future with his
Why is she looking at the camera and you're just like looking like you had a stroke?
I think it's a great angle, frankly.
Thanks. You should shoot them high and low at the same time.
Smart move, yeah. Well, it's like an album cover. You want everyone looking different ways, as if to show their disinterest in the. Yeah, it's good stuff.
This was from a work dinner. She was about as interested as I could keep her at a work function. She was humoring all of us.
Yes, you are together. You've been together quite a while. Now, how is that experience for you being with a comedian? And what is it like sharing your lives both in the spotlight and with each other?
I got the best life. My wife's so funny. Yeah, like no complaints at all. You can see her do comedy anytime.
She's all over the place.
She's not on my show though, because she won't say the full title of the game show. I won't book her because she.
It's good to draw boundaries in a relationship.
She is, but Garrett Titlebaum's the greatest comedian in the world. So she can't be on the show if she won't say the name.
It's also good to have principles. Let me ask, is it always just a laugh, right, when you two hang out? Are you always cracking wise with each other?
We make ourselves laugh a lot, and we watch the other person enjoy what they've done, and most of the time we don't think the other person's as funny as they do.
Good.
It's a lot of, it's just Osha laughing at herself.
Nice. That's good. Let me just run a scenario here. Let's say you're on a show together and your partner just stomps a new asshole in the room, all right? She's up there, she's doing great, but you have a mediocre set. What would This is an unlikely hypothetical, but let me go ahead.
How could that happen?
What would you prefer on the car ride home? A caring and thoughtful display of support or brutal honesty about your shortcomings as a man?
Brutal honesty is where we try to. That's the nice thing, because dating somebody who does the same job as you, I don't ever have to, lie to her and tell her she did a good job when she didn't, which doesn't happen. And she knows to leave me alone until I get out to my car and smoke pot and calm down after it goes badly. So
it's a really beautiful system.
yeah, it is.
Well, good for you. Congratulations on beautiful love you share. And honestly, it
could have been way worse.
Even though it's not a pun, it is funny. Okay.
Lol.
All right, you get it.
Yeah, I got it.
Now, speaking of stand-up, one topic you've mentioned on stage is your experience as a descendant of the Jewish faith. Now, which Jewish comedian do you find has been the biggest inspiration to you of the three? Would it be Seth Rogen, Roseanne Barr, or Belle Barth?
Yeah, I was not really a Roseanne guy, so Seth is the one that comes up most often at my current weight.
He was.
I was going to say, you kind of look like a combination of all three of them,
three.
you know? Like you can see it, right?
And Mark, I don't know, I assume Belle Barth was the biggest inspiration for you.
Yeah, I'm a big Belle Barth guy.
That does make sense.
BB.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But in terms of you personally, what part of Judaism do you think has influenced your comedy the most? Do you think it's eating unleavened bread or the relationship dynamic with your mom?
Oh, the mother, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. You guys chop it up?
Well, it's my mom is one of the most supportive people in the world. She'll come to shows and she almost laughs in agreement with the comedians.
Okay.
And she's just the most supportive. Doesn't matter if Phil's talking about having diabetes or Seymour's talking about jizzing in the air. My mom will just go, "This is nice. Everybody's following their dreams." So that really is nice. And especially because I started in a different city and then moved here to Ohio, she can come a lot more often to the shows.
Seymour. Yeah, Seymour on the
Seymour
brand.
on the brand. Yeah. I'm getting ready for that judge tomorrow.
And then finally, Adam Sandler, Jewish icon or disgrace to the culture?
Oh no, we all like Adam. He's up there with
Yeah, he made
Some of the
Huey
greats.
Halloween.
Huey Halloween we liked. What's the one on the cruise ship?
I I have this theory about Adam Sandler because there are people that don't like him. What gives?
What? Who are you folks? Anti-Semites, I bet.
Guy's a fashion icon, you know?
Yeah.
He is.
He can wear basketball shorts to Waffle House. I support that. And then he also wears them to a Hollywood meeting. Everywhere he's got nice basketball shorts.
That guy has made 2005 style basketball shorts like one of the most appreciated pieces of wardrobe that anyone who seems to just be melting over their own body could really ever dare to. Let's see here. And then, of course, beyond comedy, beyond being Jewish.
What else do you know about me?
When you're not doing comedy,
there they are.
when you're not doing comedy, you're notorious for loving music, most of which from a different time.
Sure.
Although it's still around.
Well, it's music. Music lives without time. It's
You know,
it's nice.
to jam.
I do love it.
And no one jams like the biggest jam band of all time, the Grateful Dead. One of your personal favorites. Now, how long have you been jamming with that?
I've been going to see the Grateful Dead or Dead and Company, the current iteration, since 2021.
Okay.
I've been going to shows in general for most of my life since I was like 9 years old.
Very good.
Hootie and the Blowfish in '96.
Daryl?
That's gets you in eventually. Daryl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to say it. I don't need to say it.
Darius.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daryl. Yeah. You know, you thinking of Daryl from The Office?
His name starts with a D and an A.
Yep, that's true. Danny Brown?
No? No, I listen to him.
Yeah. No, I saw John Mayer perform back when I was in high school, and he's the leader now with Bobby. So, no, my uncle died at the beginning of COVID. This is like a sad story, but like that's what got me into the band because we couldn't go see concerts that year. So now, since the pandemic, I literally go as often as I can. I'm heading back to the Sphere for a second trip out to Vegas in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's great. I'm wearing my Dead shoes now. It's the best. It's the best band in the world.
What the fuck is the name of the singer from Hootie and the Blowfish?
Darius
Rucker. There we go.
I already said that.
I'm not that much of an asshole thinking that Darius Rucker's name was Daryl.
Daryl.
You're heading out to the Sphere. I believe you were just there not that long ago, correct?
Yes, Spencer and I were there for Memorial Day, and now we're going to go with my wife and 2 other friends of ours, and had a wonderful trip.
Now, what was your favorite part of the experience? Was it the drugs, the tie-dye, or the 28-minute riffs?
You know, I've never seen them break 20 minutes, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I wish.
Now
Got a
would be
nice
the time.
18-minute Eyes of the World while we were out there. That was pretty good.
That does sound good.
What kind of drugs are you doing?
What kind of drugs?
Yeah.
Stuck with weed the first time. If I can find some mushrooms this time around, I might,
Okay.
partake. I like to have a good time. It's a visual experience. It doesn't really need it.
It's Las Vegas.
But-
Everything is legal there.
That's true.
It's a great place. I mean, this is what they already. Dead and Company allegedly already did their final tour, right? So
Well, right. This is a residency. They're not touring. They're in one building for 30 shows. So, yeah, they did kind of lie to us. But I, as a comedian, I can appreciate that level of, like, I got tricked. And
Yeah.
what's the worst thing that happened? I went to see a few extra shows. I'll be at 13 at the end of the summer.
Good.
Yeah, they're the best band. Go, if you have the money, go see them.
Now,
That's true.
it's okay. John Mayer's there, and he's really cool.
Yeah. He makes.
Although I feel like people are turning, they're like, no, he kind of is, and it's like,
It's fun. He and Jeff, the piano player, I fuck each other a lot. It really does get me going.
man, what if once John Mayer retires, they pick up Darius Rucker? A guy whose name I've pretty much known the whole
He
time.
broke his name.
All right. When Dead and Company does finally,
Sure, this is.
when they do finally cut off,
Seems like
then what will
you're
we
going to
see?
take him out.
What will you be left to see? Will it be Fish, Dave Matthews Band, or a burning pile of cat shit with Halloween music playing in the background?
I'll have you know, I'm missing Dave Matthews Band right now, and I got offered a free ticket today. And I said, Giles would be so disappointed if I canceled on him that I would feel terrible to do that.
Wait,
So
where's the concert?
they're in Indianapolis, Noblesville, right now. A couple of comics out there offered me.
There is a mystery third guest. Maybe it's Dave.
You think Dave came here? Could be. Did you book Dave?
We'll see.
I actually booked someone even bigger than Dave. And I hope there's a mop out back because you are all going to shit your pants once you see the guest that we have closing out tonight.
Ooh.
Incredible coincidence, tomorrow I am not going to a concert also in Indianapolis.
There we go.
I will not be seeing 68, which is of course the two-piece band made up of the former creator of Christian metalcore band, Norma Jean. So basically the same thing.
One shy of being a better
Because
band. Okay, never
I will
mind.
be doing your show.
That is nice.
Now this has to be what equality is all about.
That's right. We're both disappointed.
Yeah, I skipped my daughter's bedtime to be here, so I think I'm the only one happy to skip something to be at this show.
And that's why we're glad to have you, Mark. Come on. Speaking of bedtime, let me tell you who's not going to put you to sleep. Our final guest. And I hate to break your hearts, but it's not Dave Matthews. And it's tragically not Darius Rucker, the person that you all know that I know. God damn, we need to change the energy right now. Let's get some energy going, and let's get excited for our final guest. Ladies and gentlemen, our final guest started from the bottom, and now he's here. Once a young finance major from Virginia Tech with nothing to look forward to other than gainful employment and comfortable benefits, a short 5 years later, he has clawed and climbed his way up to being an event facilitator / doorman at one of the Tri-County area's premier stand-up comedy clubs. You can also see him working both in and behind the scenes at Don't Tell Comedy, a thing that I'm sure he's tried to explain to relatives with multiple various successes. Here tonight to explain to you how he's doing, it's Spencer Domolky, everyone. Let's get it going for Spencer. Get it on. Get the energy up for Spencer. Here we go. Come on. Don't worry about that.
Be careful with that thing, Giles.
Go off. Spencer, how the F are you?
I'm good, man. Can I just tell you,
Please do.
that having that job doing comedy shows in coffee shops that don't tell has made my extended family members treat me like I'm a CEO of something.
Good for you, man. You are now technically part of a nationwide company.
And they love that for me. They really
You are actually technically on a rung of a corporate ladder. So, hey, I'm proud of you, son.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. I'm really proud of you. Spencer, I mean, you've done a lot. Look at you.
Damn. Don't. God.
Honestly, that picture on the left looks like somebody that Garrett would go to prison for trying to molest. You know, like it's.
Do you like gladiator movies?
I found that on his LinkedIn. Should update your profile. Spencer, welcome back to the new show. You're on the road doing stand-up. You're the jack of all trades at a local club. You're booking, you're running shows with the hottest comedy organization of the past decade. Can you get enough of the stuff? Have you overdosed on LOLs?
No, man. It's doing stand-up's great. And being a part. Are there times where perhaps I feel disillusioned with the state of the industry? I start to talk like Giles when I hang out with Giles.
Yeah. You'll drift into a real monotone, and
Like a
things will just
newscaster.
get a little more desolate as the sentence goes on.
You walk up and like he's always like, "Hi, how are you? It's good to see you." And you're like, "All right, is it?"
I really make people think. Man, I'm sick. Okay, but you're out there, you're joking. You're joking!
I'm kidding.
You're doing it all the time, you're having a good time. You loving it?
Yeah.
You loving comedy?
Well, I feel like this is a trick. It's like you're trying to get me to say something so then you can say something to the contrary.
Are you loving comedy?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Are we fighting?
No. Speaking of love, now, Spencer, in addition to running these shows and doing stand-up comedy yourself, you happen to be romantically involved with one of the premier local comedians. Now, how has this experience been for you, and what's it like sharing your lives and the spotlight with each other?
Well, everything Garrett said about Ocean, I mean, he really said it all.
Elaborate more.
No, dude.
Now's the time to elaborate more. Very clearly.
What you chose for the show.
What?
I just like that in both relationships, the girl is the funnier one. That's really...
Got his ass. Got his ass. What is it like? Thank you.
We all agree with that.
Okay. Now, is it always just a laugh riot when you two hang out? Are you always just cracking wise with each other?
Not at all. It's a lot of cold silence and
business.
No, worse than that. It's really, really bad all the time. No, just kidding. Of course, no. We laugh some of the time, and then other time, we're just kicking it. It's great.
Kicking it sounds good.
Oh, all of these questions have been you waiting. You just wanted me to answer long enough for you to take a drink, is what this is.
No, tell us how you feel.
Spencer, let me run a hypothetical by you. Let's say you're on a show together and your partner just stomps a new asshole in there. I mean, rips it apart. And then you have an unlikely and indescribable mediocre set. What would you prefer on the car ride home? A caring and thoughtful display of support or brutal honesty about your shortcomings as a man? How do you want it?
When you say the second thing, do you mean about the stand-up set, or are you saying you want this night would be me having a bad set and then getting in the car and hearing about everything that's wrong with me? Because I would
actually. It just sounds great.
Yeah, I don't think I would pick. But if you're talking about just like Garrett said, I would choose brutal honesty. It's like a game show. Brutal honesty. Lock it in.
It's good. Yeah, it's kind of like that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I'm like the damn Regis Philbin.
Yeah.
What?
Well, good for you. Congratulations on the success of
Thank
comedy
you.
in a relationship. Now, Spencer,
Brutalizing me.
one topic you've mentioned on stage is your experience as a descendant of the Jewish faith. Now, which Jewish comedian do you find to be your biggest inspiration? Is it Jerry Seinfeld, Sarah Silverman, or Belle Barth? Who's really, who you watching there and you taking notes?
I remember I would sneak down late at night to watch old Belle Barth VHSs with my parents.
We were all down there in Miami.
I would hide behind the couch and listen to her joke about how they didn't have enough ice in front of the fan to keep it cold.
Yep. One of her classics.
I think that was her.
That was basically her Dane Cook super finger.
Right. The way people were talking about that at the deli, it was,
Yep. We were all there.
Chicory, is that a Jewish name?
I'm culturally Jewish.
Is your last name Bird? What is that? Oh, come on.
Got his ass. Spencer, on the topic, which part of Judaism do you think has influenced your comedy the most? Do you think it's lighting 8 candles every winter, or your relationship dynamic with your mother?
Probably mother. Same as Garrett. Yeah, mother.
Very supportive?
Yeah, she's cool, man.
Nice.
Not cool like, I don't think I would bring her here, but like...
Not cool like she won't show up wearing like a cool hat. Like...
Not wear hats?
My mom will sometimes wear a ball cap if she goes on a walk. Is this a good show?
And final question on the topic. Harvey Weinstein. Jewish icon or disgrace to the culture?
Tough question. He's a D to the C. Disgrace to the culture.
It's a tough look. He hasn't bounced back yet. Not like Cosby.
Yeah, Cosby's working.
Not like Mark was saying.
It's not my idea that Cosby should be touring. He is. Would you guys work with Cosby?
Has he asked for me?
Yeah, specifically. This whole show is just a setup where he's gonna zoom
Bring him
in.
out! Guess what? You already did. Let's get him up here, Bill.
I saw him live once.
I did too.
Yeah.
Before or after?
Let's clarify.
This Cosby now, it's time for me to buy a ticket.
Yeah, he was opening for Dead and Company.
Yeah.
No, I saw him before, but he was sitting down still, so it's not really stand-up.
Oh, really?
Sitting down comedy when I saw him.
I
Yeah.
saw him. He had a cane, and they put a line on the floor so he could see where to walk, because he didn't know. Yeah.
Never throw in the towel. There's one thing you can never.
This was. Yeah.
No, I realized the end of that joke was not where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bill Cosby opening for Dead and Company, now Spencer, when you're not doing comedy, you're notorious for loving music, most of which from a different time.
God, Garrett, we should hang out.
Now, Spencer, you're known to jam. No one jams like the biggest jam band of all time.
I think it would get better.
Yeah.
It actually, the more you try, that's what Kanye was talking about. Now, how long you been jamming with those boys?
That is a crazy picture.
What is that picture from?
It's his LinkedIn.
That's probably from the summer of 2019.
Oh, it looks like it's from your first communion.
Yeah. How ironic.
The summer of 2019.
That is the most Catholic I've ever looked, without a doubt.
Very Catholic eyebrows.
Yeah, they're far apart, huh? Yeah. I think I was doing a razor at that point.
Are those,
I have a natural unibrow, folks.
are those teeth
Yeah.
photoshopped, or is that?
No.
There is a little, it looks like I made one big one in the middle.
It's like a
Those don't look like real teeth. Those look like something you buy from a Halloween store.
I probably had food in them and they photoshopped it, yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Allergies.
Excuse
Ready,
me.
hold on.
Excuse me.
Okay, we're good. Keep enjoying the show. Spencer, I know you're a fan of the Dead. I believe you even went so far as to see them at the Sphere in Las Vegas not that long ago. No.
He's got Las Vegas money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, what was your favorite part of the experience? Was it the drugs, the tie-dye, or the 28-minute riffs?
Well, that's what's the great thing about it, man. It's just right in the middle of all three, brother. That's right where you're at,
God's Triangle, they call that.
Yeah. No.
Actually, what was it like walking out of that and you're just fully in Las Vegas?
It was kind of interesting. Yeah, it's like being on a college campus there or something like that. Like none of it's like all for display, you know what I mean?
I feel like it would be like, you remember like the first time you went to go see a movie in the theater and then you walked outside and it's still daytime and you're like, no. I feel it would be akin to that.
It was like that.
You nailed it. You got it.
I asked, he answered.
I would say it's for
That's the show.
I would say it's for the tunage, by the way. You can do mushrooms in your house, you know what I mean?
All right. No, I don't think that.
Yeah.
All right. What house? Give me the address. I'm calling the police.
No, I said you can do it.
I am the police. Now, when the Dead and Company...
They gab.
Shots fired. Now, when the Dead and Company does finally leave this earth in some way, although I don't know, it feels like they're just going to keep going. Who will you see when they finally leave? Is it going to be, government mule, Humphreys McGee? Or perhaps you can go back to the Sphere and you can watch a video of your own birth. Maybe you fly out and buy a ticket for that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to answer?
Is that supposed to be? Where's the doctor in this photo?
Who's behind the camera?
Taking the picture, yeah.
Obviously,
It's the guy that didn't take his watch off.
obviously, it's the man with the oversized watch and the weirdly see-through metal. Yeah, this is actually a poncho I got.
He's trying to decide whether or not he needs to abort that baby.
I paid $18 for this poncho at Bonnaroo. I didn't want to throw it out.
No, he just doesn't want to get placenta on his Armani belt. That's fine.
That is nice. Now, here's the thing. I'm out of questions. Okay? I think it's good to just be transparent about that. But I do have extremely good news. We actually have a very special guest. Folks, if I haven't said it 6 times already, happy Pride Month. Homophobes. Whoa. What the fuck? This is why they've hated the show. There's a bunch of bigots. No, happy Pride Month to Spencer and everyone who's bizarrely silent right now.
Happy Pride Month, Spencer.
Oh, you know what? It's a church in Kentucky, that's why. I forgot. No, I forgot that they weren't still doing that here. Wow.
They canceled Pride in Kentucky.
I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. Everyone, or are you all just like over it? Did you go to the parade and you were like,
It's been real hot this month, guys.
That's
We're all a little over it.
well, this is really biting me in the ass right now because I made a lot of phone calls and I called in a lot of favors to get a special guest with us here to celebrate. I guess since all of you know and you're all very angry about it, it is still Pride Month right now. Yeah. And that, I mean, even though, you know, tragically, Target and all of you have turned back to being homophobic in 2024 for some reason, I thought it would be important to celebrate. What the fuck is going on? Wait, am I learning something about all of you right now? Let me get up. Just get up real quick. I thought it would be important to celebrate this beautiful month by bringing what I consider and what many people consider to be a gay icon to come up here and you know, just kind of celebrate with us for a few minutes. Is that okay with all of you? Is that okay with you? Well, who we have coming to the stage is someone who has lived through years of oppression to finally be celebrated for being his true self. Yeah. Is that admirable? You're giving me, please don't embarrass me in front of this real person that I did invite here to come out at fucking 11:30. Celebrated his true self. This is someone who's crawled out of the swamps to become a hero that we all know and love. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make some genuine, enthusiastic noise right now for gay Shrek. Let's go. Come on.
I never thought I'd see gay Shrek in a church.
Oh, what a pleasure. Oh, I haven't been in a church since I accidentally married that female ogre back in 01. I didn't even know female ogres existed. Till my wedding day. Sure. I pulled down the trousers, expected a little Farquaad. Turns out it was a swamp, and not the good kind. Oh wait. Oh, it's true. Ogres really are like onions. Because they're green and their gender is sometimes very hard to decipher. So, we wanted to get a divorce, but, you know, we were gifted a pretty nice espresso maker. So now we just kind of do our own thing. Needless to say, He brought me into an angry mob, is what happened. Soon they're bringing out the fire torches. Yeah, so I'm bad at my own accent sometimes. So needless to say, I've been making my way around the swamp. I have 3 bears. 3 bears, and they all think I'm just right. I also have 3 little pigs too, but I only call them when I'm really lonely.
Shrek gets canceled. He'll never be back on Disney Plus.
Here's one little secret. I fucked Lord Farquaad too. And it turns out that castle was compensating for something. It's kind of nice though. He has hair like Cat Williams, so I just kind of stared at that the whole time. Hey, do you know the Muffin Man? Yeah. That lives on Drury. Well, I fucked the Muffin Man.
Hell no, gay Shrek! I knew you were fucking with that Pillsbury dope.
Gay donkey. I was just joking.
Joking? With him? With me, gay donkey?
It was a joke.
How's this for a joke? I'm gay pregnant.
That's impossible.
I'm a talking donkey, dude. Don't talk about impossible.
Gay donkey.
Gay Shrek.
I want to make this right. I'm Russian now for some reason. I want to make this right. You know, let's do it the right way. Let's move in together. We'll get a swamp in Vermont. Back up the Prius. And have our own little fairy tale.
Remember what you said to me that night?
Get down to me, swamp.
And into me arms.
And let me fill you with a cream pie.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Please give it up for gay Shrek and gay donkey. A beautiful guest. Please make some noise.
That's a new high. A new high for Pride Month in Dayton, Kentucky.
Please make some noise for our guests, Mark Chalifoux, Garrett Titlebaum, Spencer Domolky. Make some noise for yourselves for coming out. Commonwealth Sanctuary for having us. Thank you very much for coming out. We will be back on June 26th. Rest in peace, Shifty Shell Shock. Get home safe. Good night. Thank you very much.